Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk a little bit about being an empath in this world. It is, and how, how, and not just an empath. I also am like a highly sensitive person, and so I feel like that if you identify with that as well, these could be great ideas and tips for how to deal, like how to protect yourself and your energy. It's really your energy that we're trying to protect here. So the first thing we should do every day, I am not very good at, but I'm going to sit here and do with you right now, is it's a 3-step process. Number 1, ground. Okay, so I'm going to sit here at my altar, and I am imagining, I like to ground by imagining roots coming out of my butt. And I like to just use the imagery of a tree and how solid they are, and especially when they have a big round trunk like mine, and we are just sending our roots down into the earth, anchoring us, making us feel safe and secure. Drawing up those beautiful nutrients from Mother Earth or Gaia, knowing that we can send her any negative energy we receive today, and she will compost it and turn it into something beautiful. It feeds her in a way. Okay, feeling nice and centered. Oh, I'm feeling grounded. Now let's get centered. Now, to feel centered, we're going to bring that energy up from the earth, and we're going to bring it up to the sky. Okay, we're going through each chakra as we go up, and we're going to imagine, I like to imagine a column of light, just column of light. Now, in our tree imagery, when we get up here at our crown chakra, I like to imagine that I have branches like reaching out into the sky like this, and I am just bringing all of that goodness down. Okay, and we're creating like this beautiful channel of energy right into our core. Right, so now we're centered, grounded, centered. Next step, we want to shield. Okay, now I think it's very important. This is something I have recently learned. Okay, there's a difference between shielding and armoring. Okay, often when I'm dealing with PTSD or trauma responses, I armor up. No one in or out. I got a wall around me, okay? That's really strong. And I do not let my wall down for nobody, for nothing, until I feel safe again. And then I might start, just letting my gate down a little bit, let a couple people in, okay? That is not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about shielding. Now, my favorite imagery to use for shielding is thinking about it like a net, like an electric charged net. So, and some people use an egg or a bubble. I'll let you decide. For me, I like the net because it allows, I charge the net. I ask my guides and the angels and everything to create this golden net of light and love around me. Only light and love are allowed in, nothing else. Negative energy is too big, it cannot fit through these little holes. Only love and light can fit in there. And so we're going to just surround ourselves with this egg, bubble, net, whatever you want to imagine. But we want to shield. We want to ask the universe, say only love and light can come in, and no negative energy is coming in here today. Okay? All right, cool. So that's a great way to start your day, all right? Now let's pretend like you didn't do that and stuff starts getting in. The next thing that's very important to know is how to let go, like how to release energy that has attached to you. Okay. Now, again, there are a ton of different visualizations for this. I want you to choose what makes the most sense to you. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through a couple different ideas. For me, when someone's pulling my energy, it feels like they're attached to me, okay? Like I think of cords. So the cord needs to either be cut, and when you're cutting, okay, so sometimes I'll do this. I'm just cutting everybody's cord and I'm sending it back to them with love, okay? I think that's important because sometimes the thing that is attached to you is someone you really love. I mean, like it could be my son having a bad day, or it could be my husband having a bad day, and I need, I love these people, and so it feels really hard to cut the cord to them. But do it with love. You do it with love. You say, here, no. You need this energy back to you, and you're going to just send it back to them. There you go. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. So cutting the cord is good. Now, sometimes though, cutting can be not good enough, I think. Sometimes people have a hook in you, okay? So I want you to imagine this is like a fishing line, okay? And it's like, so you really gotta intentionally pull the hook out. Say, you no longer serve me. I'm gonna send your energy back to you. I wish to let this go, okay? Another practice I did recently, so it was almost like I was an outlet and there were things plugged into me. And in that scenario, it was a bit of a forgiveness ceremony where I discovered that I was holding on to energy that like no longer served me, and I needed to forgive the people who, so this was less about like my daily occurrences and more just about, it could have been something that happened to me. That is also energy, like, someone saying something mean to you or hurting your feelings or whatever like that. Those are also cords. Like those are also things that are holding on to you and needing to be let go of. And so in that situation, I didn't just cut the cord and send the energy back. I had to forgive. And so there was this so what I did was I said to them, I forgive you for being human. You are allowed to learn and evolve just like the rest of us, and send it off. And then I think it's also important to forgive yourself. Like some of those cords are your own. You gotta kind of forgive in that scenario. I've heard of other energy workers kind of like to release through their hand. So they just kind of they'll it's almost like they wipe it out and they shake it out of their hand like this. You know, which I think is really cool. Like, that feels very like in the moment. Great. Like, you know, you're maybe in a tough situation. Like, you may just be in a, you know, maybe you're just at the grocery store. There's like a lot of, you know, angry people there for some reason. And you're just like, okay, this isn't ours. This isn't ours. We gotta let it go. We gotta let it go. I think that's great. So that's how those are just some ideas for releasing energy that doesn't belong to you. Now, there's one last piece to this, and that is calling your energy back. So much throughout the day, we are giving and giving and giving and giving, and you know, I don't know about you guys, but I often feel at the end of the day like my cup is empty. There is nothing left to give. And so that is when I have to call it back. I have to say, okay, come back to me so I can pour out again tomorrow, right? So a lot of like this release like this ceremony, if you want to call it that, or ritual of release, cutting the cords, etc. I often do right before bed. Something about it to me, like, you know, especially if I'm having one of those like anxious nights where I'm having trouble shutting my brain off, or I've had a rough day and I just need, you know, I'm hoping that this sleep is going to really fill me up and make me feel better. And if it's going to do that, then I need to like let these energy vampires, like, let them, like, get them off of me and bring my energy back. And so, yeah, I mean, that's a great time of day to do it, I think, where you're just like filling yourself back up best you can. So, those are my tips. I just wanted to, I just wanted to like kind of give it all in one like place to let you like have it. Here you go. Yeah, there's lots of meditations out there. If what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, you're not liking these visualizations, there's lots of, that's where I've learned all of mine. Even just like calling back your energy at night, that all came from like a meditation that I did, a yoga nidra I did from Insight Timer. And, it's just about, and it just felt good. It felt so good because I think it's like an important step. I think it's an important part of it to bring your energy back, to call it back. It's yours. You need it. And technically it's not yours. It's that column of light that you had connected to the divine that day, So that's the other thing you can do besides just calling back your own energy, is to, open up that pathway again, like that centering. I work a lot with Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin has this like vessel sometimes of compassion. I could sit there, I could lie there in bed and just imagine her pouring it over me, right? Pouring the energy, the light, the love over me. And there's all kinds of different meditations, things like that. So what you're looking for, I want to just say this one more time, like a nice little recap at the end of the video, okay? First things first, and literally first thing in the morning, we're going to try to schedule some time, quick, literally could have taken you 5 minutes, right? Less than 5 minutes. Ground yourself. Center yourself. Connect yourself to the divine. Another just visualization there is almost imagining like there is a core in the middle of the earth, right? And like that is just a huge source of power. And so you're gonna imagine that you have a plug, like you are a vacuum, okay? We're gonna plug in to source. so that we can get the power that we need, the energy that we need for the day. Okay, we're grounded, we're centered, okay, which means just like we are this stream of light and is flowing through us that we can tap into whenever we need it. And then we're going to shield. So the shield, it's a bubble, it's an egg, it's a net, it's whatever works for you. What is important with the shield is that we do allow light in. We have to be very intentional about what is allowed in and what is not allowed in. Okay, and we're asking our guides, our angels, to put this around us, okay? And then, so we're going to do that. Then if for whatever reason we forget to do that, because most of the time we will, or then we need to know how to release the energy, okay? That doesn't belong to us. So if it's in the middle of the day, something's going on, we're just going to shake it out. We're going to shake it out. Then you can also cut cords. You can pull out a hook, send it back. You can unplug them, whatever visualization works best for you. There's plenty more out there, I'm sure. The goal is to release, like let it go, okay? And do it with love. We're doing it with love. We're doing it with forgiveness. We're doing it, there's no malintent here. It's all filled with love, but it's also very much like, you're not allowed to be here anymore. I'm taking care of me now, okay? And then the last step is to fill yourself back up. All right, we're going to call your energy back from the people who have taken it from you. And then we are going to ask Source to just like fill us the rest of the way. Like give it, fill us back up so that we can give more tomorrow. We just keep going. If you're working in a field that is very draining, you may need to be doing this exercise after every patient or after each, thing that you're doing. Your moves may vary. You're going to need to just, I just think that these are important steps to take. Take them as often as you need to. Okay? Because your energy is worth it. And in order to be these light workers, filling people up with our love and compassion, we need to take care of ourselves so that we can help others. So I really hope that this helped. Let me know if you have any questions. Put in the comments below how you release your energy in case I've missed any cool techniques. And yeah, namaste. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And let me know if you have any ideas for other videos that you want to hear more about or anything that you want me to go into more detail with. All right, bye. See you on the next one.